welcome to Ali's Way YouTube channel. From today onwards, we are making a new playlist on our channel with the name of International and Regional Organizations. In this playlist, we are going to discuss different organizations of the world, such as today in this video, we are discussing United Nations Organization. And apart from this, in coming videos, we will discuss World Trade Organization, World Health Organization, SARC, ECO, SCO, and many of other organizations of the world. So before starting our video, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon. First of all, we will discuss history of United Nations. In history, we will discuss that when United Nations was created and why it was created. So in 1945, this this international organization was formed after the end of World War II, and it was formed by 51 countries in order to encourage resolution of international conflicts without war. The main motive of this organization was and is to avoid war. This is not the such first organization of the world. Before this, another organization similar to this was formed after World War One in 1919, and her name was League of Nations. So this League of Nations was formed with the same goal, with same motive to encourage cooperation between countries and keep international peace and security. But unfortunately, League of Nations was miserably failed uh, to prevent World War II. The World War II breakout and the League of Nations came to an end. And apart from this, the word United Nations was first used by President Franklin D. Roosevelt in 1942 declaration. What was this 1942 declaration? This declaration by United Nations was a pledge, was a description of 26 nations to fight together as allied powers against Axis powers during World War II. If you have studied World War II, you will be familiar with these words: Axis powers and allied powers. Allied powers were those which were on the sides of United States, United Kingdom, and these countries were allied powers. And apart from this, Axis powers were Germany, Italy, and Japan. So this World War was fought between two lobbies, between two blocs, Allied powers and Axis powers. So the Declaration of 1942 was a pledge by 26 nations to fight together. Okay. After World War II ended, the representatives of Allied powers, those 26 nations, and with 24 other countries, met in San Francisco for United Nations Conference, international organization to draft UN Charter. So first time the 51 countries who were we say allied powers, so they met in San Francisco to draft a UN charter. Means they were going to form United Nations, and they were forming now United Nations Charter, which you can say Constitution of United Nations. So on June 26, 1945, United Nations Charter was signed by 51 countries, including Poland, which did not attend the conference but signed later. Okay, these MCQs can also be asked if you are preparing for MCQs type test and you are watching our video. So here you can get many of MCQs. The first one is when United Nations was formed, June 26, 1945, and how many countries were founding members? 51 countries were founding members. First time the word United Nation was used by. So here is answer: President Franklin D. Roosevelt, and so on. And now, after knowing the history, after analyzing the history of United Nations, we are going to objectives of United Nations. So why this uh, organization was formed? Already we have spoken about this. This organization was formed to avoid war, to uh, maintain peace and security all over the globe. So Article 1 of Charter of United Nations specifies the objective of UN. So the Charter of United Nations is UN's governing document, much like the Constitution, which said lists out four main purposes. So, according to its charter, Article 1 of its charter, the main objectives of this organization are four, and they are maintaining worldwide peace and security. Second one is developing relations among nations. Third one is fostering cooperation between nations in order to solve economic, social, cultural, or humanitarian international problems. And fourth one, which is last, providing a forum for bringing countries together to meet the UN's purposes and goals. Apart from these four, we can also uh, point out nine other initiatives which UN nowadays is tackling. So they are the main their initiative is to help countries to reduce hunger, disease, and illiteracy, to promote economic development and sustainable development. And third one is protect refugees. Fourth one is provides disaster relief. Fifth, counters terrorism. And sixth one is promotes nuclear non-proliferation. Seventh one is clears landmines. Eighth is protects indigenous cultures. Ninth one is upholds international law. So these were objectives of United Nations. Now we will move to organizational structure. The United Nations, first of all, United Nations headquarters is in New York, USA, and the main structure, the main parts of United Nations, the main mechanism of United Nations revolves around five parts, which are General Assembly, the Security Council, the Economic and Social Council, the International Court of Justice, the Secretariat. The whole mechanism of UNO revolves around these five parts. So we will discuss one by one. The first one is General Assembly, which is also called abbreviated as UNGA. It is composed of representatives of all members of a state, and it creates mandate that guides day-to-day work of boards and councils under it. The General Assembly meeting lasts for several weeks in September of each year. This is an annual meeting, and it gives world leaders leaders a chance to come together and form working relationship. So you have also noticed that in the month of September there is always a annual meeting of UN General Assembly is held, in which representatives of the world share their ideas and uh, their conflicts for resolution and many things. Apart from that, there is a part of United Nations which is Security Council, United Nations Security Council, and it is the most powerful unit and with the mandate to keep the peace. And this is the main motive of United Nations to keep peace. So it is the main work, main agenda of United Nations. And there are five permanent members, which are China, France, Russia, and United Kingdom and United States. And apart from permanent members, there are also non-permanent members, which are elected for 2 years term. So the main work of Security Council is to send peacekeeping forces to restore order when needed, and Council can impose economic sanctions or an arms embargo to pressure countries that don't comply, and it authorizes the UN's members to take military action if needed. So now we will move to Economic and Social Council, which conducts analysis and agrees on global norms and advocates for progress in the areas of sustainable development, humanitarian work, and financial development. It forms partnership as needed and oversees joint UN action to address related issues. And the other part, the fourth part of UN, is International Court of Justice, which is located in at Hague in Netherlands. It settles legal dispute between countries. And last part of UN is Secretariat, which carries out day-to-day work of the organization. It has several departments and offices that carry out distinct responsibilities. The Security Council nominates its leader, which is Secretary General of UN. And here comes a current affair question that who is current Secretary General of UNO? The answer is Antonio Guterres. So, apart after discussing the organizational structure, we will move to the members of United Nations. Which countries are the members? Almost whole world is member of United Nations. All the countries of the world are members of United Nations, except some. So there are total 193 members of UN. The United Nations recognizes 195 countries. The two that aren't UN members are Kosovo and Holy See. These two countries are the only two which are not members. So Russia won't allow Kosovo to become member because it still means Russia still considers Kosovo a province of Serbia. And the Holy See has not applied for membership, although it has permanent observer status. And apart from this, there are many other regions which we can say disputed regions. They are also not member of UNO, and those are Palestine and other one is Taiwan. So here our today's video ends. We have now discussed in our video the history of United Nations and the objectives of United Nations, the organizational structure, and last we discussed the members of United Nations. So for today that's all, and in other video in coming videos we will discuss many other organizations such as World Health Organization, SARC, ECO, RCD, and SCO and ASEAN, and these all organizations will be discussed under this playlist at our channel. If you want those videos, please subscribe and press the bell icon of Ali's Way YouTube channel. Thank you for your precious time.